You deserve a relationship where love feels safe and money feels clear. Today I'm going to be showing you a simple hybrid model setup that protects your independence without creating that distance. There's also one tiny account that a lot of couples miss, and we're going to be adding that today. I believe that being in love shouldn't mean you lose your choices. So today we're going to be building a hybrid money system that includes a joint and individual accounts, and this will help keep you equal but independent. We're going to calm the money fears that you inherited, up 4 accounts, and automate those so any fights fade. Stay till the end because my last tidbit is my favorite to say. Also, just letting you know, this is personal experience. This isn't financial advice. This is something that I personally do in my relationship that has succeeded for us in the hard conversations that we've had to have. I want to introduce you to my friend. Maya has a solid job, a new apartment, and a supportive partner. But it wasn't until the first joint bill hit that she felt a tiny knot. And it wasn't about the cost, but it was more about the control. For her, growing up, whoever paid was the person that decided. And she didn't want money to decide her. One night, her partner said, "Hey, let's just merge everything. It'll make it so much easier." And Maya wasn't hiding anything. She just wanted clarity and choices. But she didn't have the plan or the words to communicate that to her partner. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you both. Whether you're Maya or Maya's partner, the both of you are going to be leaving this video with a system that protects your love from leverage. So here's the truth. Money doesn't buy love, it buys options. And these options look like deciding to stay because you want to, not because you have to. Many of us, including me, carry inherited beliefs. Some of these look like if you stop working, you're not going to have the power to say or do whatever you want in your relationship. Or asking for a separate account, does that mean you don't trust me? Or merging everything automatically means that I lose my independence. My money is my money. And to this I say, those are inherited beliefs. They're not inherent beliefs. And we have the ability and the power to decide what's ours and what's not. With doing this, we're not planning for the end of any type of relationship. We don't want that. But we're planning for life. Job changes, kids, illnesses, God forbid, caregiving, dreams. So whatever system you guys have should protect you in all seasons of life. I want to get into 3 ground rules that are imperative before we even think about touching or opening a bank account. Number 1 is your identity doesn't equal your income. Your worth isn't your wage. If one partner earns less, or in one season they don't earn anything at all, they still deserve control and privacy over their own finances. This was one inherited belief that I had growing up, and it took a lot of hard conversations with my partner to be like, hey, look, this is how I was raised. I see that this isn't working in our relationship, and I want to talk it through because I know this isn't me, and I want to figure out what the best step is. Second thing is, clarity is way better than assumptions. So we want to limit the amount of assumptions that we make, whether about ourselves or especially our partner. And transparency will always beat guessing. Yes, there's going to be really hard conversations you're going to have, but if you expect to spend the rest of your life with this person that you're currently sharing your life with, don't avoid those conversations. Those are the tiny snowballs that inevitably grow years later down the line because you didn't decide to put your feet in the sand and have the hard conversation at the beginning. The third thing is options are greater than obligations. Independence isn't about leaving. It's not about having an exit plan or a backup plan, but it's about having choices for you and your partner. No one wants to feel trapped or stuck. And especially if you're in a healthy relationship where both partners are mature enough emotionally and mentally to recognize that independence is needed for your relationship to grow and for there to be full trust amongst the two of you. At least this is what I found in my personal experience. And if you currently believe that having money talks equate to conflict, then I want you to start thinking about if money talks equating to clarity. We don't want to assume. Have those hard conversations and lead with love, not anxiety. Lead with vulnerability, not assumptions. Because that's where the true closeness I've realized and intimacy in a relationship has come from. Now here's the bread and butter of the video. The hybrid money model system. To start off, you are going to have 2 accounts. One is for personal spending, and the other one is for personal saving and or investing. The second one is going to be their accounts, and they're going to have the same thing. Your partner's going to have one account for personal spending, and your partner's going to have one account for personal savings and or investing. The third account is going to be the shared account. This is where rent, utilities, Netflix, Crunchyroll, any joint bills or subscriptions are going to come out of this account. And the fourth account is what I've talked about in my first video, but I'm going to talk about it again. And this is called your freedom fund. Each one of you should have this. This is your individual emergency account. This is money that we don't touch. This is money that I have coming out of every pay period at the same time that my money gets split up for my personal savings, my personal spending, and my joint bills. But this freedom fund allows you to create a buffer. You can view it as emergency expenses, but I view it as this is money that in case of anything, I don't have to worry about feeling like I can't support myself. This is a protection account. So the flow map would look like your paycheck lands, then a percentage goes to the hours account for shared bills. Then you pay yourself first into your freedom fund. Then the rest of the money stays in yours or theirs account. And then you would decide how you want to divvy up the rest of that money between your personal spending account and your investing and savings account. Now, the next thing I want to talk about that is a hard conversation to have, but it needs to be had, is fair contributions. Let's say your partner makes $250,000 a year and you only make $120,000. A 50-50 split may not be fair, but you need to make that decision based off of your debts and your finances. But if we have unequal incomes and say he's making $250,000 and I'm only making $150,000 annually, I would like to use the income ratio. If you earn 30% of the total, then you cover 30% of the shared costs. Equal impact, just less resentment. So now that we've discussed the 4 accounts, I want to describe what lives in each of those accounts. So in your joint shared account with your partner, this is going to detail housing, food, utilities, water, childcare, shared goals, vacation. If you guys have animals that you got together, vet bills. Now for the other 2 accounts, your separate account and their separate account, this is personal wants, gifts, necessities, maybe your own car payment that you don't consider a shared cost, and individual debts that you brought in, because they're not responsible for your debt and you're not responsible for their debt, unless you've had that conversation. Going back to Maya, I want to use her as a really good example for the explanation that I just gave. Let's say Maya takes home $4,000 a month and her partner takes home $6,000 a month. Their total income brought in monthly is $10,000, and the shared bills come out to $5,000. Their income ratio, that I believe, should be a 40-60 split. The joint account would get $2,000 from Maya and $3,000 from the partner, automatically on payday. But we want to stress that you guys will also pay yourselves first. And what I mean by this is Maya will automatically move $400, 10% to her freedom fund. Now you don't have to automatically put 10%, but this is just for the hypothetical. The partner will then automatically move their 10%, which is $600, into their freedom fund. And the rest of the amount for your payday will stay in your personal savings and spending accounts. That way, the bills are covered, freedom is funded, and you're able to do whatever else you want with the rest of your money and not feel like I don't have any money left, or I'm not doing this, or I'm not doing that, or I have to ask, or there's no permission needed for the small choices that you want to make. Now I want to talk about if one partner earns much less or $0, you don't erase their power in the relationship. We don't do that. You formalize it. For instance, let's say Maya was a stay-at-home mom. Her partner would then issue what should happen, and what will happen is her partner would then formalize it by creating a household salary. A portion of the money that goes into the joint account gets transferred to Maya's account, and that's their money, no questions asked, as they are handling everything else that the person that goes to work isn't. Then there's a retirement match. If the earner invests for themselves, then they must invest the same amount for their non-earner. It's only fair. And then the third thing I'd like to say is access parity. What this means is there's cards in both names, shared knowledge of policies, whether insurance, car, life, and a secure password manager that both partners have access to. A freedom fund bucket for both people, whether that's $10 a week, $25 a week, small drops end up filling the bucket. Let's bring Maya back. When Maya took a 3-month sabbatical, they turned on a $1,200 a month household salary for her, and they kept a smaller freedom transfer. She was able to return rested and not resentful. We want to be mindful of both people in this relationship and situation, whether one person is earning more and the other person's less, or there's a sole earner. Both people still deserve power and privacy. Both people have a 3 to 6 month savings. There's a joint buffer, which means about a month of shared bills saved into the joint account. There's debt clarity, and this is a hard conversation you're gonna have to have, but it's needed. And understanding what debt each person has, how much that is, and what those payment plans look like. And this is a judgment-free conversation. There's a good percentage of people that come out of college with student debt, right? There's a lot of people that have credit card debt. So when we talk about debt, we're going to be talking about it with love and transparency and vulnerability, because we both understand no one's perfect, and we're here to look at our finances together with clarity and love. And like I said, we're never planning for love to fail, but we're planning for life to happen. It's not a conversation anyone wants to have, but it's a conversation two people that love each other need to have. It's, hey, I'm not intending to ever break up with you, but we're making these commitments together. We're making these heavy decisions together, and God forbid something happens, we need to also talk about how we're going to amicably handle life at that point in time. And I want us to assure each other now what person we will continue to be interacting with if that time comes. You hope to never get to that point in your life or your relationship, but it's just easier to have that hard conversation and knowing that no matter which way life takes us, we're both going to still look out for each other. As always, we're not here to fix each other. We're here to love each other. And I wish you guys the best.